I can't hear anything. No way. That's yeah. Oh, fuck. Just let me know whenever it's live, I guess. Just let me know when the chat's chat, cause we kind of do that thing. Usually chat. Sometimes it happens. The tech not be teching. But anyways, it's 8:30 Central Standard Time, Chicago time, dummy. At UNRAP Studios, at UNRAP the channel. Welcome to the new subscribers, to the old subscribers, to the non-subscribed. Get subscribed. It's been a week, but we're back here with some heat, pun intended. Um, yeah, man. We just want to get this part out of the way and just say thanks everyone for subscribing. All the new guys stepping in today. I know it's been a week of no live. Things happen, but now we're back at it, and we got plenty of liveage for y'all to be tuning into during this week.
Yeah,
All right,
a lot of it.
a lot of it.
Nice.
So thanks to the new subscribers, and thanks to the old subscribers. And thanks to the unsubscribed or the non-subscribed, but get subscribed. All right. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to the new guys. Thanks again to the new subscribers. Thanks to the old subscribers. Thanks to the current subscribers. Keep subscribing. And keep vibing. Come check out all the content. There's plenty of tunage for you to tune into.
Tunage, what do you mean?
Content, shorts, challenges, live shows, interviews, chit chats, reviews,
All that. There's a lot on this channel.
informational stuff. It's
There's a
for
lot on this channel other than whoopie whoop.
educational and entertainment purposes. Chat.
Shout out Ace Vito. Ace Vito was in the chat. He said, "Salute, ill I am, Shakespeare, and the UNRAP crew, yo."
William Shakespeare. I like that. I like the sound of that. Shout out to Ace Vito, the most utmost bounds for Ace Vito. Chat, we've been. Oh man, chat, there's a lot to get through. We're gonna save the best for last for tonight's show. So we're gonna go through, see as we go through, kind of three big pillars that we're hitting today, and we're just gonna discuss New York in shambles, chat. What's going on in New York? What's going on the East Coast? Have you heard, chat? Should I do the viewer discretion first before I get into any of the topics? Chat, viewer discretion is advised. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. All right, mature audience is highly recommended to have some maturity during the immature times because we may say some things that are gonna ruffle some feathers, rub people the wrong way. Look, we're just here to have a good time. You could just hit. You don't have to hit the report. We're trying to build a rapport. There's other two for you to support.
Ace Vito, he says, "What's with the lame Yankees hat? Where's the Sox cap?"
We got the Cubs one here. I don't know where the Sox one is. We could use the Sox one. And Kakarot, shout out to our guest tonight, Kakarot, one time. He's got the Raiders. He's repping Raiders. You know what I'm saying? And New York, that's where we're going. That's where we're going forward with this. New York in shambles. Chat. What is happening in New York? Well, what happened is after 50 plus years, yes, 50 plus, half as long as the Cubs curse, the Knicks hadn't won jack shit. But after 50 plus years,
They got it done.
they did something. They did something, chat. And W's in the chat for the Knicks and all the Knicks people and the people of Knicksville. And anyone that resides in Nicktopolis. You know, shout out to all of them destroying school buses, destroying the city streets, stabbing and shooting and getting arrested. Oh shit. Chicago White Sox. Why is this hat not taking this hat's in poor condition compared to these other hats? Chat,
Be like that
New
sometimes.
York. What's going on with New York? Uh there was
New York is winning
yeah,
all around right now.
New York is doing well. Low key, a little worried for a second there because the Spurs won in New York. We didn't think that the Spurs would have even a chance remotely to even win in New York, but they got they got the 2-1, and then from there it was just downhill for the Spurs in San Antonio, Texas. They just couldn't do it. Wemby couldn't do it. Wemby fought his heart out. He did everything he possibly could. Sounds like Wemby is retiring. Um, Maybe it's just like after game rage. You know what I'm saying? Being a sore loser and relishing into the sore loserness chat. But Wemby said that he'll see us never. So is he retiring after a tough defeat? Maybe. We don't know. We can only speculate. Chat. He doesn't respond to any texts or DMs from the UNRAP and Whoop De Whoop team.
Lyric Versatile is in the goddamn building. Shout out to him. He said, "What up, y'all?"
Still
He said,
versatile.
the Spurs won that one because of Trump.
I was gonna say that's what I was about to get into. Shout out to Lyric one time. More baby bounce for lyrics, uh, and baby bounce for lyrics, because they be lyricing. Yeah, but yeah, Trump was there for one of the games. Had the audacity to fall asleep mid game. Chat.
Ace Vito said, "I'm glad the Spurs lost, but still don't like Spike Lee from the '90s."
Baby bounce for DJ H video in the chat. But also
Ace
some
Vito needs to
baby
get a
bounce.
life.
Spike Lee's cool. He's had some cool flicks. He's had some cool flicks. But shout out to Lyric too. Yeah, I thought I noticed that the Trump had that bad juju. The Trump juju snooze, and he got booed in a motherfucking arena. Chat. Thoughts, chat on New York, the state of New York. We're gonna have to hear a press very soon from the mayor. Let us know that everything is calmed down. But if I am correct, whenever they have the parade and shit, probably shit gonna get torn up. I hope they cancel the parade for everyone's safety and safe sake. But also, fuck it, let them crash out. Let them crash out. Let's see what happens. Will the fucking Statue of Liberty really get fucking, dragged around the streets of New York? We'd love to see that chat. But yes,
Lyric wants to know what Spike Lee did to Ace.
Ace, y'all get engaging in the chat. Let each other know and let us hear. The Whoop De Whoop Squad know. Why is there animosity towards Spike Lee? I mean, I'm sure we can name millions of reasons, but yours is special to us,
Maybe
Ace.
because he's like
Chat.
the biggest New York Knicks fan, and there's probably isn't a bigger Bulls fan that's famous. Maybe that. Or maybe he just didn't like Do the Right Thing, or
I
She's
don't
Gotta
know.
Have It, or any of his other movies.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. Spike Lee, I don't know if he's the in the poster child for nothing.
But we all know Ace is just a hater anyway. He hates because his Bears. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Because of the Indiana Bears. Hmm. Well, Yeah, y'all can
Oh,
tune
Ace
in.
Vito's back in the chat. He says you don't remember the series between the Bulls and the Knicks in the '90s. Spike was a bitch whole time getting on the court and talking shit. Well, Ace, if you had courtside seats, guess what you'd be doing? Don't hate on that man because he has courtside seats.
Dang. Chat, tell us your thoughts. Is the haterism valid for people who have courtside tickets? I think haterism is valid for certain courtside situations. I think Drake making those courtside seats ice was corny as hell. Somebody's got to stop that man.
Somebody's got to stop Drake.
Well, I mean, Kendrick did it, but only temporarily. He bruised him pretty bad. He can't be looked at the same ever again, and it's okay. Um, Also, chat. What, what the fuck? Um, I forgot what I was saying, chat. But anyways, back on the topic of this next shit too. The Cookie Monster, man. Cookie Monster came back and he celebrated the Knicks win. And I think there's a problem on Sesame Street chat that I don't know if we have a particular method or solution to salute this problem and bring it to a resolution. Cookie Monster, as he celebrates this Knicks win, goes on to threaten that he will teach Elmo how to pick a team. And
Ace
as you
Vito said the movie Chirac was garbage too. So F Spike.
I didn't even watch that movie, and if Spike Lee made a movie called Chirac, then he's kind of goofy for that. We know this, Ace, but aren't we gonna be goofy if we go out of our way to go support the Indiana Bears after they moved out of Chicago? Whatever reasoning that they had,
Church
they
to
could,
him, man. Church to him.
man, whatever. But chat, as I'm saying, as y'all would have too, like if go check out some old episodes last week and the week before that, and the week before that. Check them all out. But what I'm saying is that we talked about this chat. The Knicks community was overly toxic and overly cyberbullying Elmo, who was just cheering on for both teams to just have fun. He wasn't picking a side, but I can't blame him because shit. If Elmo's from Sesame Street in Manhattan, like you gotta pick a side, Elmo. So this threat from Cookie Monster shouldn't be taken lightly. Chat is all I'm trying to say. Chat, let us know your thoughts on New York, it being in shambles, on Trump's bad juju, cause uh,
Said
um,
he'll support Lyric says he'll support the Bears from home.
Lyric.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we should even be doing that, Lyric. We should. We have no football team
And
anymore.
Ace just said that's dumb, bro. Not even the same. Do you call the Giants and the Jets New Jersey?
The New Jersey Jets.
Because they play in New Jersey. The stadium's in New Jersey.
So the New Jersey Jets and the New Jersey Giants have what to do with the Indiana Bears? That's all I'm saying. Chicago doesn't have a football team anymore. We just don't, and it's okay. Is this the chat? Good, because like the chat on my end is like I can open up and see the chat, but I can't open up to see the chat because I have an agenda chat, and there's like a lot of people. We all have agendas. I can't do the like right because this is technology. No, I don't need a. I don't need. Oh snap! No, we're good. We're good. No, I won't drop it. It won't. Alrighty. All right, chat. Not you, lyric. I'm talking to ill. I'm talking to all the chat. Chat. Oh shit. I'll see y'all, chat. I'll take a look when y'all step into the chat. Chat. I know Ace. Says lyric. Bam, 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 bam. Let's the chat. The chat's going off today, chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in, chat. Y'all are chatting along with us. But let us know your thoughts on New York. Is there more chaos to ensue from this victory broken after 50 years plus of not winning shit? Um, your thoughts on Trump's juju, him snoozing through the finals, and the Bulls that commenced. from that, and the Cookie Monster's threats to Elmo. But speaking of Trump and his bad juju, I think Ilya Taporia and Alex Pereira both suffer a little bit of that fucking bad juju from being inside the fucking
Oh
White House.
man, that
Freedom
White.
250, Chad.
Hey, whole night long I kept going, America, Freedom 250 UFC. That shit was so fucking. That was so many taxpayers' money just down the drain. They tore up the White House. There was 80,000
Shout out to Ace.
people outside of the White House.
How many?
80,000.
80.
Yeah, that's what they said last night.
They capping.
No,
80,000
man,
people
they had the
outside the
whole
White
thing.
House?
No, 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 not in the White House. The people that were in the
Outside.
White House, but they also had a whole bunch of shit set up outside of the White House with jumbotrons and everything. And they had fireworks. They had jets flying in the middle of the night. Dude, this was pure fuckery at its finest, except for the Gaethje fight. That shit was fire.
That was, I heard it was a firefight. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Trump got the bad juju. It was,
Hey,
chat,
they'll
let me
probably still
say,
end up in Arlington Heights.
you think they'll end up in Arlington Heights? No, no way. I don't think so, Ace.
The Giants and Jets play in New Jersey. Chicago greedy as fuck and chasing the Bears out of Illinois. Don't want them. I'd rather go to Hammond than Arlington Heights, to be honest. But they'll still end up in Arlington Heights. Doesn't matter. They will not be the Chicago Bears.
Anyways, those aren't the New York Giants or the New York Jets, Ace. Those are the New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Jets. That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
gotta all follow a standard. Yeah, they're not in their fucking home city. Same with the San Francisco 49ers. They don't play in their fucking city. Why are we calling them the San Francisco 49ers then? It's just some goofy marketing stuff. Like, yeah, maybe some
You
greed
should put
behind it.
the iPad up there so you can see it and not have to look down.
No, it's okay. They can see it up here.
He said, yeah, the UFC event was fucking propaganda. The UFC event was propaganda at its worst. The fights were good though. Yeah, the fights were good, but every fucking commercial was USA. Fuck yeah, America, America.
That's funny. That's
Shit was
funny
crazy.
and expected. Uh, I was sad to hear what happened to Suporia getting his ass beat like that. I think Gaethje just had more fucking shit to prove too. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
he's a big ass Trump supporter, man. Don't get it twisted. He's big.
And Gaethje?
Yes.
Oh, so he was over there fucking riding dick and slobbering for
Yeah. And
Trump.
you know his mom's Mexican.
And to what? What a fucking son of a bitch.
Hey, watch your
Goofy
mouth.
ass. What a goofy ass.
Yeah. He said during the post fight, he was like, I want to thank my mom. She's Mexican. That's where I got my strong bones from.
Yeah, I've heard. I knew Justin was like had Mexican heritage,
And then
and
he said about his dad being German, and that's where he got his thick skin or something. I don't know. He said something stupid, but nothing. I repeat, nothing beats what what's his dick said. Hawker.
what did he say?
I don't want to repeat
They
it.
should have called it UFC 250 white supremacy.
Yeah,
Was it?
facts.
Oh, was it that bad?
It was
Like that
bad.
blatant ass, like
Blatant
America shit. Fuck. That's crazy, chat. Good thing I ain't tuned into that shit. Make sure you guys tune into
You know, Hawker or whatever his name is, the shit he said after he won his fight against Derek Lewis.
Elliot Derek
He
Lewis.
said some foul shit.
Derek Lewis said some crazy shit.
No, the dude that
Oh,
beat him,
the
Hawker.
dude Derek Lewis lost again?
Yeah, it's a wrap for him. He's washed. He didn't even look like he wanted to be there, to be honest with you.
But like, who really wanted to be at the fucking White House car like that? They got
Hey,
fucking.
a lot of people.
They got a check. That's why they were there. That's why they were there.
A lot
That's
of
why they.
fighters wanted to be there. Think about it. That none of them will probably ever see the inside of the White House. They got to walk through the entire White House, which is
Which looked
crazy
like
work.
it looked corny as hell to me. It looked like so awkward to me seeing them walk through the fucking White House to go fucking fight. Like they just let them fight in the,
America!
just let them fight in the White House. At that point, like
America, man!
it look, it looks so
America!
goofy to me. It just looked goofy. It looked goofy to me, chat.
Shout out
Ilya,
to anybody in the chat. If you're familiar with Idiocracy, the movie, that's what we watch Sunday night.
Ilya was
Idiocracy.
disappointing. Pereira was disappointing. I guess Sugar Sean did his thing, and it's
Oh yeah,
cool.
Shane O'Malley did his goddamn thing. So did Gaethje. That shit was fire.
Yeah, like it was man,
Oh,
Ilya.
all of them were sucking Donald Trump's D.
Why y'all be on that type of shit, chat? Why, like, I don't understand that. That'd be weird. Y'all, you didn't see none of the fucking Mexican athletes over here fucking um shouting out the fucking president of the of Mexico after the fucking game. Like, shout out to the president of Mexico for for what? For what? What are they doing?
What was you just about to say, Lyric? You said he was just about to say that. What? What were you just about to say?
Was this a
Idiocracy?
Oh, idiocracy, probably.
Yeah,
Shout out to
that's
Heat.
what it was.
Shout out to Liver versus Fire. By the way, chat, your host, Ill for real, the melodious voice of the Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit, heat detector in the back on the boards too. Um, man, let us know your thoughts, chat. Freedom 250,
Idiocracy at its best. Hell yeah.
the finest of idiots, finest of idiots.
America.
And moving on to more fucking awesome shit, chat. We left the
So are we
best for
getting into some
last.
FIFA shit?
We left the best for last, chat, as we're finishing this dude because we're getting into some fucking serious talks. And we're also, I guess, about to find out if the fucking picks hit. Uh, so it's some live reactions too to some recaps of some
Jay's Pigs.
Jace picks for real. Jay's picks. Hit the jingle. Where the hashtag? Where is Jay chat? Where the fuck is Jay?
Jay's Pigs. He said, thank God we still have the
Whatever
World
you
Cup.
bet on yourself.
I'm
Bet a
set.
lot of money. Bet on yourself.
Bam Bam Bam's in a round of applause for fucking Lyric, man. He knows it. He knows ball. He knows. Which fucking it kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of it it makes it easier for me to charlar y discutir un poco de fútbol con gente que sabe, and that's me talking about someone who wise with knowledge of football. Shout out to Lyric. Get like Lyric chat. Come on, get it together. And I'm sure Lyric is subscribed. I'm sure Lyric shares the link. I'm sure Lyric has liked the live. Lyric clearly is in the chats. I'm seeing it right in front of my very eyes. Get like Lyric, all right? But yes, since we last seen each other, chat, the World Cup has fucking commenced. And we should have been better prepared with a jingle and everything. But come tune back in 4 years, and I'm sure there's going to be some extravaganza shit, going on. Right now, it's just a humble vibe. We are vibing humbly to the World Cup. Being in our backyards, shout out to the homie who I guess got tickets last second to go watch Saudi versus Uruguay. Decent match. Tie 1-1. But let's get talking to the nitty gritty, chat. Results up until showtime. We could get into all the results. Mexico won the opener. It was a blessing. Yes, sir. Get some bam bells for Lyric, please. Mexico in the opener versus South Africa. First of all, beautiful inauguration ceremony, chat. We can, one of my faves of recent memory for sure. Um, Mexico wins. And Mexico had one of the more, like, talking about matches, I ain't gonna lie, in these opener games so far. Um, and we'll get into that in a minute. But Mexico just, man, Quiñones scoring, Raul Jimenez scoring his first World Cup goal. Both of them is their first World Cup goal. But man, Raul Jimenez has been around for 3 World Cups, and him scoring his first one and this one, it was very sentimental and emotional, chat. As we all know, or I guess not all of us, people that know ball, you know, he lost his pops 3 months ago, man, and he wasn't there to get to see him score his first World Cup goal. That beautiful dedication to his story is crazy, coming from a traumatic head injury that he had. We didn't even know if he was gonna even be, the same after, and he came back to keep playing professionally, man, playing first division. He got recently picked up by Wolves, who are playing in the championship, a second division team in England, but a club that he has a lot of love for. You know what I mean? Maybe he'll come back to Lame. I hope so. One day we'll see what happens. Right now, it's time to enjoy the World Cup. Mexico, like I said, chat, opening up with a 2-0 win. It should have been 4. We could talk about that in depth at a different time, or just holler at me at It's Ill For Real on IG, Ill For Real everywhere else, or just drop a comment if you're just tuning in after the live, or drop a fucking live if you live. Point is, let us know your thoughts, chat. We're discussing this shit openly with y'all. It's a good time. Good time. Um, U.S. also opening game. Wait, after the Mexico game, there was Korea versus
Hold on, I just
Czechia.
thought of something. I just thought of something.
Oh, that the Denver International Airport has
No,
a Panda Express.
no, definitely not that. But
By the way, I talked to this guy while working at the plantation that he was recently at the Denver National Airport.
he lied to you.
He also saw the Panda Express.
He lied to you.
I was like, huh? Yeah.
Well,
There's a Panda Express.
here's the thing, man. No one cares. They're in every airport.
There's a Panda Express though in the Denver International Airport.
Yeah, I know. That's your thing, man. That's your thing. So,
Shout out to the Denver National Airport.
but I'm really surprised you didn't bring up any soap operas.
Soap operas.
You know,
WWE.
come on.
I was gonna talk about WWE, but the World Cup and the finals and Freedom 250 was bigger topics of
America.
discussion today, so we didn't have time to throw in a little bit of everything, chat, in good faith. We're not just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this if we're not knowledgeable that much in a little bit of that. WWE, I just haven't been tuning into chat. If y'all have, let me know what's been good. I know LA Knight has a fucking main storyline going on or some shit like that.
I'm glad you acknowledged it's a storyline and that it's fake.
It's
Hey,
real. That just because
it's
there's a
bam, bam,
story,
bam.
there's storylines in UFC fights. You're not gonna tell me there's not storylines.
Script. I'm talking scripts.
I'm talking I'm
Scripted
talking
fights.
storylines.
Okay, as in scripted
I'm
fights.
talking storylines. Battle rap
Scripted.
has storylines. Footy games have storylines. NBA teams have storylines. You know what I'm saying? Like
We're talking scripted though.
what?
I'm not talking to individual players and their journey to get to the NBA or NFL or NHL or NCL or whatever.
But anyways, Chad, let me know if there's
Wow,
anything
he
in
just shut me
development.
up. Okay.
If there's anything in development from the WWE universe. Oh, you know what? Now that we're talking about that, I think it's super dope that Chad Gabriel or Chad Gable had this dope ass fucking match with fucking El Original Grande
Hey, why did
Americano.
you even do that with an accent like that? That's
And
crazy.
fucking, he got unmasked as El Grande Americano at
The
Triple
big
A,
American.
and it's so
The
fucking
big
fire.
American.
They had a
Just say the
fire
big
match,
American.
and it's a cool ass
Why can't you
unmasked,
just say the big American?
a mask versus mask match.
Why can't you
And
just
I
say
think it was an unmasking that we've been all waiting for a long time.
yo,
They did like
yo?
the story. Wait, what?
Why can't you just say the big American?
El Grande Americano? Because it's not the big American, it's El Grande Americano.
Translates to what?
It translates to Big American,
Okay, so just say
but it's
that.
El Grande
No,
Americano.
just say the big American.
Why? I think that's kind of that we already talked about 250, right? We already talked about the White House card to the UFC 250. I wish Ilio didn't get done like that, but good for Justin, I guess. Boo Donald Trump and boo his White House card and boo his birthday. Um, Happy birthday to everybody else though, except him. But World Cup chat, South Korea put up a hell of a comeback too. Fire! Got it with some cheddar, you know what I'm saying? Off of shout out to South Korea forever, man. I wish I was in Mexico vibing out with the South Koreans.
You say
They're
you
all
wish you
cool.
were a Mexican?
No, I said I wish I was in Mexico.
Could have swore you said I wish you were Mexican. My bad.
Oh. Anyways, chat. They overcame 2-1 versus Czechia in a fire game. The following day, on day 2, more cheddar was made again. You know, U.S. versus Paraguay. U.S. did their thing, you know, and properly had a World Cup opening match as a host team, winning 4-1 against Uruguay. Who fucking saw that coming, though? Uruguay was very disappointing, chat. I did not expect them to get fucking handled like that. I don't know what they had going on. They must have forgot that they're playing in the World Cup. It's understandable though. Regardless, we got some cheddar off of that. But Canada, Canada, oh, Canada. Ryan Reynolds was at the match. Deadpool, Wade Wilson at the Canada versus Bosnia match. Bosnia did the surprise of scoring first. So out of the host teams, Canada was the only one to go down in the score line and not open up their opening match with a goal. Um, Canada also was the only host team to not win their opening match. They went on to draw, though, a good draw between Bosnia. Uh, no cheddar was made. But the following day after that, oh man, there was more cheddar. There was a lot of cheddar. There's a lot of games going on, chat. I'm like, it's the most beautiful time of every 4 years, and what a time for us to enjoy it. Um, there was some matches, astonishing matches, some stomp outs. Germany, papas on Curacao, but shout out to Curacao though, cause they fucking ended up scoring the tie. You know, they had Germany 1-1 for a minute, and low key Germany was kind of against the ropes for a little bit. Curacao was kind of being aggressive. Um, but that only lasted so long until Germany did their thing. Stomped them out 7-1. Gave them that spanking, chat. Also, another spanking given Sweden. What the fuck was they on? They might be a dark horse this tournament. Um, Stay on the tunage with Sweden too. They won their match against Tunisia 5-1. The fucking surprising thing though, chat, was Spain today. Did they forget they're playing a World Cup? And did Cape Verde remember? Or I don't know, Cape Verde is playing like they're playing the fucking World Cup. But at the end of the day, chat, because I have to discuss this too. The haramba that I've been seeing in this World Cup is I don't like it. I don't like it, chat. How's the vibe, chat? I don't like this haramba in this World Cup. I don't like this influencer invasion in the World Cup, chat. And we don't count. We're reporting to you guys live from the comfort of you guys' home on what's been going on in this World Cup. The most beautiful game, chat. And we can't get in because influencers are getting fucking tickets. Ain't that some shit, chat? Which, by the way, a lot of these games haven't been fucking sold out. So what we talked about before this World Cup happened is happening. And even though there's been fucking beautiful moments thus far, some great games thus far, some great football displayed thus far, there's still a lot of football to be played, Chad. Don't get me wrong. And there's a lot of anything can happen that can still play out. Um, we still have to talk about the fact that some, you know, this isn't crazy neither. Like it's not that crazy, chat. Um, I'm just glad that football is worldwide once again, chat. Hope you guys get excited that football is worldwide. And like I said, there's been really good matches, really good football played. They just gotta take care of us a little better, and other ways that are inside and outside of the field. You know what I'm saying, chat? Um, yeah, chat. Um, Commercials during hydration breaks. What the fuck is that about, chat? Shout out to Telemundo and other channels and other networks where they actually just keep the fucking game going live and you see the players taking the hydration breaks. Whoop they fooled. You're damn right. Ace. Shout out to Ace. Um, these effing dudes to be soon. So stay tuned. Um, yeah, chat. This is not something new. The planet gets hot, chat. The planet be getting hot, and in certain regions of the world, they have to take these hydration breaks because we've had cases where players die on the field. And we're doing our best to take care of these players, especially because they play a lot of games a year now. And in some of these regions on this planet, it gets really hot, and Texas is one of those regions. The U.S. and Mexico are those regions in this, in the middle of summer. Chat. We gotta take hydration breaks. It's a 3-minute hydration breaks. They can't cut to commercials. But like I like the quote unquote intimacy of seeing the players in the huddle and seeing them break it down, taking advantage of this hydration break to talk tactics with the fucking manager to see what these talks can make a difference. And that's where I think they ODing it too much and taking advantage of that because it does get hot and sometimes it is required. Some of these stadiums though are domes, so like they don't need that shit. They're AC'd. They don't need a hydration break. I think for those games, like chill out with the hydration breaks, but they also got to keep it fair. Another thing we could talk about, chat, and quote unquote criticize about this World Cup too, is the VAR, is the refereeing. They gotta keep it a fucking. They gotta keep it solid all the way with that shit because there's been some questionable calls and it's been fucking up my parlays too. While we're at it, chat, stay tuned to the tunage for all the tunage to be tuned. All right. The World Cup is a beautiful time. All right. And we're just enjoy it the best we can. And we'll probably just end up discussing all of this after. But it's live, so I gotta let y'all know the live reactions, live thoughts. I'm having fun with this World Cup, but I'm also noticing a bunch of other bull. And, you know, we gotta talk about the bull sometimes, man. So the bull can fucking cease bulling, you know. Anyways, hit the jingle. Hit his jingle. Hashtag where's Jay? No, well, we're gonna go through some picks before we did.
Jay's picks. Jay's picks. Jay's picks.
Hashtag where is Jay, chat?
Whatever you bet,
Yo no
bet on
sé.
yourself. Bet a lot of money. Bet on yourself.
¿Cómo nos va con los palazos?
Bet a lot of money.
That man right there. Jay's picks.
Damn.
Picks.
Well, it's the second half of the Iran New Zealand chat game, and we had picks earlier for that, but the match started it started at 8, so there was no way we're gonna be able to relay those picks for that game. So we're gonna skip over that. We're looking pretty smooth with it though. I can't lie. Anyways, but for tomorrow, chat, Tuesday, we got France versus Senegal, another fucking fire match. This one's gonna be a good one, chat. We're gonna have Kylian Mbappe to have one or more shot on target. We got the super. All right, no sponsorships, but hit us up for the fucking sponsorships, cause motherfuckers be out here making cheddar, and some motherfuckers be tailing and not making cheddar because they're not tailing properly, or They have, you gotta believe, chat. You gotta believe in the cheddar. Anyways, this is on the Blue app. So if you're on the Blue app, you do have the super sub available to you. I suggest taking advantage of that and putting certain players to have certain shots on target, make to score or assist, etc., etc. Whatever the super sub is available for on the Blue app, then use that to your advantage. There's been a couple of tokens too on that app that's been given during the season. Make sure you check your fucking apps for the bonuses, for all the cool stuff that comes with this World Cup fucking extravaganza. But anyways, on the Blue app chat for the France Senegal match, we have Killian to have one or more shot on target with the super sub locked in on that. Killian also to have 3 or more shots during the match with the super sub on that. What the super sub means is if they sub him out, whatever player comes in, they can add on to what Killian had already done in the match. You know what I'm saying? So you don't if Killian got 2 shots, as long as the player that subs in for Killian gets another shot, we're golden. So it's but Killian's gonna get it all by himself. He'll probably land in five shots. But we'll see how it goes. Senegal is a very strong team as well. We'll see what they put up. So we gotta get to the cheddar. So the gabagool is 3 shots, chat. Super sub locked in on that. Ousmane Dembele to have 2 or more shots with the super sub locked in on that as well. Michael Olise to have 2 or more shots as well. Super sub locked in on that. Senegal keeper to have 2 or more saves. France goalkeeper to want to make 1 or more save. Over half a goal for France and over 5.5 corners on this match. But we also have on Tuesday Norway versus Iraq, or Iraq versus Norway. Over 1.5 goals Norway to win this match. Erling Haaland to have 1 or more shots on target. Erling Haaland to also have 3 or more shots. Erling Haaland to score or assist. And Martin Odegaard to have 1 or more shot. That's minus 121. The France Senegal is a plus 148. And then we got a minus 121 for the Argentina Algeria match. Lionel Messi to have 1 or more shots on target. Leo to have 3 or more shots. Leo to score or assist. And Lautaro Martinez to have 2 or more shots. All super sub on all of those. If you would have put it all in with the fucking shit that we got locked in for the Iran New Zealand match, it would have gotten a plus 1832 otter. So without the plus 132 from the Iran New Zealand match, I'm not sure where we're really standing at, chat, but those are some fire picks to put in for some matches tomorrow. So make sure you combine that with whatever you're noticing, let's combine together. But just let us know when you make cheddar because we all make cheddar together. You know what I'm saying? Um, Cheddar responsibly, agarren su feria, agarren su lana, aquí estamos haciendo la nuestra, you know. Échenle ganas, chat. Hay que echarle ganas, chat. Siempre echarle ganas, chat. And with that being said, we can hit the outro music, please. Holy Spirit!
Jay's pig.
But that was cool though, the Jay's Pig before the one. No, that's not the other.
Jay's pig.
You had the right outro.
Jay's pig.
Yeah. Chat! What a fucking pleasure, chat. 8:30-ish Central Standard Time, Chicago time number, Mondays. But that's the certain of the certainty every Monday. We here, chat, we're doing our best. And our best is getting even better. But this week, to the new subscribers, to the old subscribers, to the current subscribers, we're gonna be live during the week. Plenty of more tube for you to tune into. Okay? At UNRAP on all the socials. Make sure you get like Lyric and get like Ace that are subscribed, got their notifications turned on, that are hitting the like, that are getting engaged in the chat, that are hitting the share button, get like them. All right, chat. It's been a pleasure. Your host, Il For Real. On the boards tonight, the Holy Spirit. Eat detective. Make sure y'all can stay tuned, like I said, to the rest of the shows coming in this week. It's gonna be a good time. A good time at the nursery. So come spend it with us. All right, we're having a great time. It's World Cup season. New York's in shambles. They're fighting in the White House and looking goofy. And yeah, what a time, chat. What a year this week has been, chat. Keep making the chatter. Hagan su feria, hagan su lana. Estamos en comunicación, descansen. Sueño con los angelitos. Todo de lo mismo. Um, yeah, holler. Um, we do that outro, the outro version of the outro, or the outro that where the thing. No, where like the thing like the screen pops up, and then all they hear is just my voice doing the outro. You know what I'm saying? When we were doing that, or am I tripping? I don't know because I'm looking at this live and it's still happening. Holy shit! I ran tied. 2-2. What a match. Without a game, ladies and gents. Live reactions to the World Cup. Ah, shit. Watch parties for the World Cup, chat.